said YouTube has stopped. Who all we got in here tonight? We got Geeky and Thrifty.
Hey y'all. How's everybody doing?
And my glitchy tablet has quit again. We got Jim. Okay, you let us know what all we got going on. Tell us what's going on with you. Doggone, we lost 4 people as soon as we came up.
I think it's because we went up and it kicked us back out. What is it, Samson?
We're on the right screen, aren't we?
I'm fixing to tell you. Yeah, there you are. Yep. We are here. Yep. Jim said that we're here.
Well, we couldn't do a video this week because Darlene lost her phone.
Yeah.
And I really had a lot of stuff we could do one on, but we didn't. We got the preacher. We got Free America 2024. Free America, I think you made a comment on a video I saw right before we came up. And to answer your question, no, there's really nothing you can do. That was kind of the whole moral of that story, is that you can do everything right and still have problems. Don't let them discourage you. Hey, Michael, B-Bird. If y'all hear me tapping the screen, tell me. All Things Acres, they might be new.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Ken Folk. Hey, Kaleidoscope.
There we go.
Jim, our garden's, she's right here. Hey, Stephanie.
I'm doing tablet.
There's Prelude, Recycling, and Warren. All Thing Acres, introduce yourself. I believe you're new.
Hey, everybody. I'm trying to get where I can read the comments over here.
Well, you need to get in the camera.
I'm here. I'm here.
And look, I want to thank Kaleidoscope. She's the one that sent us our mystery pliers and the hog rings that we were talking about last week. And that was very generous of them, and we appreciate it. And we're going to do a video on it. I find out what the pliers do, but I'm not going to tell you until the video. There's never enough time. We got a pretty good crowd. Everybody kind of, you know, we started introducing everybody.
It still says 4.
Every week. There's J-Man. That's right, Kaleidoscope. Says we got 21.
See, I don't know why mine only says we have 4 people.
Anyway, what would...
the little dollar signs up there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it means, but y'all can do super chats now if y'all decide to. Thank you, B. Bird.
We try not to miss any chats anyway, so I don't understand why.
Hey, there's the homestead and pastor. I was thinking about you today, preacher. Homestead preacher. Yeah, we're getting a little more popular, J-Man. We ain't ever going to be a big channel, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be famous. In fact, my biggest fear is one day being famous. I'm already locally famous, and that's bad enough.
His head will swell up, y'all.
I don't know about that. I like to be inconspicuous and below the radar. And I had something I was going to talk about. Oh, I was thinking about you today, preacher. I was out doing horrible, mean things with my finishing mower. And me and you talked one time about the difference between a finishing mower and a bush hog. We could have made a video today on definitely what not to do with your finishing mower.
What was that noise anyway?
That would be dirt.
Oh. Oh.
Garner. Was that a super chat?
I guess that's how it works.
Well, I want y'all to know, thank you very much. That was our very first, whatever that was.
Is it Up Gardner or UP Gardner?
Well, UP Gardner, probably.
Oh, Kaleidoscope. Oh,
Kaleidoscope. Oh, okay. Well, thank you both.
Oh my God, that is how it works. Well, now we know.
Preacher anywhere from $100 to $2,000, depends on
Yeah.
depends on what kind it is.
Are you gonna start doing? What is that guy that does the boom or bam or whatever it is? You can start doing that every time you get a super
I
check.
don't know. I ain't real.
Y'all got to come up with a thing.
Well, I
for him,
appreciate that,
a
y'all.
noise
Thank
for him to make.
I'll say I think saying thank you kindly is probably
better.
Probably good enough. Oh, Samson wants to be on camera too.
He wants something because he keeps coming over here and
he wants some attention. Are you my good dog? Are you my good dog? Are you shy? Are you scared to be on camera? If you done something, you know, I think he's wanted.
All Things Acres is Dawn Golf from she subbed a year ago but changed her name.
Oh, okay, I know got Dawn.
Oppenheimer Ranch. Did I say that right? Oppenheimer?
Probably. Yes, he does, Free America. He's actually what you call a Texas healer.
He's a big baby, that's what he is.
Yeah, he's a big baby.
He is spoiled rotten, and we love it. It's okay. That's a boom.
You speak yarder, so that's a boom. We saw a movie last night, had a dog look just like it, didn't he?
Had a little more white on him, but yeah, the shape the same, ears the same nose. He just had more white and
So he's vicious till it thunders.
Oh my God. Storms drive him crazy. He hides. He goes and hides.
Oh, that's Patch of Heaven.
Oh, we don't know how old he is.
He's at least 6.
Yeah.
He's about a year old when we got him. My old dog's actually his daddy, but he wasn't born here. Thank you, Warren. Preacher, I had to mow around some gardens. Well, not really gardens. I guess they're that big in our gardens anymore. But I had to mow around some gardens and was in the dirt and rocks and using it for a plow. And
we were out there with a GPS today trying to figure out how big it is.
That's you drive around it with a GPS, but I tell you how big it is.
It's not a garden anymore.
We got the heat fixed. We got the heat and air fixed kaleidoscope. We got it. We'll do a little show with it. I'm proud of it. We'll do a little show with it in video. J-Man, Trevor gets me one every year for Christmas. Has ever since he was old enough to get to town to buy one. Well, Patch of Heaven, we got a garden in what there is of it. The garden's about big as our house. And I got the ground broke and dished and leveled yesterday and today in 30-minute increments. Every time I was stuck waiting on parts, we've run the parts store, slam out of farm all parts. So they want a set of points to be had in 2 towns. Oh, okay.
Look.
Oh, another one. Thank
Another
you.
one. Look at there. We had
All
snow
Things
today
Acres,
too, kind of, sort of, maybe not really.
Yeah, we had a bad hailstorm.
Yeah, it looked like snow on the ground. It was so bad.
I miss somebody's thing.
The ground was white.
Kaleidoscope, you know, Samson's been shot several times. And we get nervous anytime he's gone for,
Look
you know,
at
the
the
time.
public tax map for your home. It has a measuring tool. But we're not doing the whole place. We're just doing the parts that he's making into, I guess you would say, produce.
We're going to plant some collards to sell and some few other things. I think with the food shortages coming up that we probably need to step up the game a little bit. Yeah. What we do around here is you take the side-by-side or the dirt bike or whatever. She's in you measure as small as a 10 by 10.
Oh, well, we'll try it, I guess.
We might try to do that. But what we normally do is everybody else has got a handheld GPS, except me. And you ride around it with your dirt bike or your pickup truck or your four-wheeler, and it'll tell you how many acres it is.
I came in this afternoon, he says, I need some cow pants. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking 50. And he goes, I need a few. And I'm like, how many's a few? He's going about 3,000. I'm going, what?
Patch Heaven said he planted sweet corn, peas, and green beans with some onions. I got some onions out here I'm going to do a video on. I think we're gonna transplant them. They're that tall, but there's not enough light where they're at. They're too much in the shade. I think we might be going to transplant them down there to the new place. Just see if it works, kind of like Geeky does.
Look,
Experiment.
Warren, thank you.
Hey, Warren, thank you, Warren. Kaleidoscope says smartphone give. Well, there's an app you can put on a kaleidoscope. It's supposed to be just like GPS. You just ride around it.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it to work right. It would work, but it kept giving me kilometers, and I couldn't get it transferred. He wanted it in acres.
Hey, there's Single Man.
Hey,
We
man,
glad to
I
see
haven't
you.
seen you in a while.
We just got 6 right here around the house. 7, something. We ain't no big spot. Part of it's in the woods. 6 acres of clear ground. But you can do a whole lot on 6 acres, especially if you ain't got any cows. You put a lot of pigs and produce on 6 acres anyway. Because we've got a small acreage pig thing figured out. We've got that where it works good. If part of my land just won't so wet, if I want about half land lot gone between me and the road.
Is that what it is?
Huh?
Does he want to go out? What's going on with him?
No, he's just, I don't know. He's clean. That thunderstorm day messed him up.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Oh,
Tomatoes,
yes, I am
cucumbers,
Kaleidoscope.
green
We're
beans,
going,
peppers, corn, okra planted.
our okra just coming up, and I don't know, corn's about, kinfolk, it varies. It can get down to as few as the sows and the boars will have 6 or 8, or it be as many as 100. It just depends on what's here at the
How
time.
many babies we got too?
Yeah, that's baby. How many babies we got at that point? I generally don't top out more than about 10 at a time. I usually got about.
There's Joel Jameson.
Hey, Joe, introduce yourself. Get to know everybody. We try to do a little fellowship thing. And if I missed your comments or half answered, I'm sorry. Kaleidoscope, we're going to get some cows back just to feed out for beef. We're not going to mess with brood cows anymore. Not going to mess with the dairy cow anymore. But I am going to keep enough pasture for a dairy cow if we ever in a situation we have to have one. And kid folk, I was going to try to add it up. It's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Joel is new from Leesville, South Carolina. And then we got Proud American.
Just brought home his first pig an hour ago. Well, there's a lot of pig knowledge in here, Proud American. And I believe we can help you. We'll try to anyway, do our best. We won't tell you nothing wrong. Well, we're glad to help if we could. You know, hey, Dave, most people in here already know, but we try to do all this stuff. There's Al at Masters.
From, I have no idea, South Carolina. You try.
Believe it or not, I've heard that pronounced before. We ain't that far from you, Alex.
Edaville?
Too bad Wesley. Wesley's from South Carolina. I'm sure he knows it. Utahville. Yep.
Utahville. Okay.
Alex, I've heard that. Huh?
Aw. Well, I hope your back's better, single man. Free American 2024 in Alabama. And we saw Utah too.
Oh, we speak YouTube Free American. You don't have to worry about that. We don't even pay the autocorrects any mind. We get it. And I'm gonna tell you something. You would be amazed how difficult it is to answer a YouTube comment with anything about a weeding hoe. YouTube will not let you write that word. And there's a few other words they won't let you say.
How many times can you breed a pig?
Jennifer, I'll tell you in about a year. Well, that don't actually. I'll be honest with you. You can't really go by that. Most of the time, from what I've seen, when a sow gets about 5 years old, that would be, in our case, 5 years old would be 8, 10 times, 10 litters. She's getting close to being aged out. Yes, you can on 5 acres. The only problem you run into on 5 acres, if you were in an absolute situation where you had to grow all the feed for your livestock, that's when you start. 5 acres would be hard to do with cows.
Also, we don't breed ours until they're about a year old to begin with. If you start them earlier, they probably won't last as long.
Well, we breed pigs to have the first litter when they're a year old, and we breed for 2 litters a year. A lot of people breed for
5 litters every other year.
Yeah, they call it 2.5 one year and 2 the next. Steve Schrader, that comment's flashing. I can't really read it, but it just depends.
West Virginia have 2 farms here with good water. Folks
Hey, Keto.
from the city are aggravating me to sell them some land, offering real good money. But
yeah, if you ain't
coming, would you sell or would you hold on?
If you don't have to grow your feed, you can do it on 2 acres. That ain't no problem. Now, that's with livestock. Now, if you're just trying to do your vegetables, I mean, yeah, 2 acres would be a plenty. I mean, more than a plenty. But remember, you got to have a house on that, too.
There's keto homesteading with Jess.
I'm not into, I don't like to sell land.
They don't make any more.
But you also got to look at, are they giving you enough for it? You can go somewhere else and buy some more or better location. Or it'd be hard for me to give you much advice on that when I don't know the whole situation. Well, they've made it perfectly clear to me, Kaleidoscope, that the whole deal was if we made them any money, they'd give us a little bit of it. And I tell you something else, everything's getting expensive in a hurry. I think corn's almost $8 a bushel now. Hog feed has gone up $2 in the past week. Groceries have gone up substantially. And well, I'll be honest with you, with us, we grow all our own meat. The only meat we buy is a little bit of chicken, and we don't have to do that.
It's just most of our chicken is for eggs, so.
No problem. Well, we have. That's what we call a barbecue pig here. We butcher ours at $220 to $250. In my experience, since we're not making any lard.
Yeah, it is, Stephanie.
That's our best weight, is to shoot for $220 to $250. And if you feed out 10, if one of them's 300, one of them's going to be 240. I mean, there's going to be some variation. And that's right, 100 by 100 foot garden gig is a right good sized garden. Oh, cool, Kaleidoscope. I don't know if we're going to hatch any more eggs this year or not. Trevor's got the incubators full right now.
That's Breeze.
Assuming a kind of chicken. And I think inflation is going to be a certain thing, you know.
6 to 8 months.
What, to grow pigs out?
Yeah.
No, it don't take no 8 months. It'd take 8 months to feed out a gill or a boar because we feed them slow. But a meat pig, usually about 5 months. 6 if he's not the best pig in the world. And all that depends on how you feed them. If you got them on a feeder, you can feed them out a month earlier, but it'll cost you more. If you feed them with a scoop, you take a month longer, but it don't cost as much. Well, I know, Jim, you sure can. My daddy always said, and it's kind of a dud way, so my daddy always said if you didn't plant any more than you could look after, you could do a whole lot better with it. That a small area you could really tend and look after would do you more good than a great big spot you could keep.
Did Jim change his name?
No.
That's not the same Jim that we used to talk to, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Huh? That's pretty normal, all things acres. That's pretty normal. You can figure 3 pounds of feed to 4 pounds of feed for a pound of pork. So, every 100 pounds of pig is going to cost you 300 to 400 pounds of feed. And that depends on the pig, bloodline. I can't really say breed. Kaleidoscope, ain't nobody around here cuts bull calves anymore.
We love you, Geeky.
What did Geeky say?
My friends know I'm crazy.
Eli Steele's gone up bad here. We were talking about that today, Kaleidoscope. I'm going to get 2 bull calves from a friend of mine to feed out for beef. And the only problem I've got with getting 2 bull calves to feed out is they'll go to fighting about the time I get them ready. By the time they get 10, 11 months old, they're going to start being yearling bulls, and they're going to fight, and they're going to tear stuff up. And that's the only real advantage I see to banning them.
They keep them from being a little crazy, too.
And I'll be honest with you, I believe the bulls outgrow a steer. From what I've seen, a bull outgrow a steer. And I can't tell any difference in the taste. It's not like a bull hog or a billy goat, Yeah, a lot of people think we're crazy too, preacher. But I can't help it. I'm going to do it or die. That's all I know. Call it OCD. Call it tradition. Call it peer pressure from dead people. Call it whatever you want to call it. Roman homestead and wild edibles. Introduce yourself. Hey, Mike.
Meat.
Well, like I said, all things we grow. Oh, I understand, Mike. I had to pull a donkey dud or try to pull a donkey dud now. Plus, you're getting oil on them. Thanks, Kaleidoscope. Getting oil on them might not be a good thing, Jim. Well, Joe, you'd be amazed how many things I do just because my daddy did it, or my granddaddy did it, or my great granddaddy did it, or all three. And I hate to be the one to drop the ball. That's the definition of tradition, by the way. This peer pressure from dead people. Y'all hang tight. Talk to y'all, I'll be right back.
Okay, my comments are over here. Trying to keep up with comments and be on camera too is just not quite working. I'm drinking out of my Christmas cup. In case y'all wondering what all them little lights are. Okay. Oil on plugs is rings. He'll be back in a minute to talk about that one.
Oil on the plugs could be the oil control rings broke. It could be a head problem with the valve guides on that farm oil. It could be a cracked head or a cracked block on that farm oil too. And if I was a betting man, I'd almost bet on a cracked head.
And Rolling Homestead's incognito.
Incognito, what's that mean?
I don't know. How can you be incognito? You're in a live chat. I don't understand. Swampy Acres, hello, how are you doing? We're doing good, how are you? Well, yeah, I get the hiding part, but I don't know how you would hide on the live chat. That's the part I don't get. Okay, probably due for a full rebuild. He'll have to answer that when we get him back in here.
You might cut the ridge. You might, if the miner's not bad enough,
top
you cut the ridge out of it.
Well, Jim said that it's probably due for a full rebuild, and then Eli told him nope, just the top end. Swampy Acres retracted their message. Why'd you retract? B-Bird's selling out all their coon herd. Registration process is getting ridiculous. Rolling Homestead, hang out in channels that don't know me. Oh, okay, I get that. Swampy Acres is resting their legs. He's coming back. He's getting his stuff to sharpen his knife. Y'all know that's tradition. Stephanie's talking about having bad dreams and that she wakes herself up. I'm doing a rolling comment in case y'all
No, matter of fact, I ain't got no sewing machine over.
I thought you had 2 bottles.
Well, apparently you can't use it, still have it, so I can't find none.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you, kinfolk. And we are invaded by flies. Lots of flies.
So we've had a lot of fly questions on what's all thing acres say don't.
I'm not sure I'm looking for that one. Oh. John says it's easy to be incognito, just sign into a different account.
Proud says he's got his pig pens on concrete. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, so see here, the problem we have here is if you got your pigs on concrete, you got to have something to do with the waste. Mm-hmm. And hog lagoon cesspools are illegal if they're not old. Now, you can have one if you've always had it, but you can't build a new one. And you had to read the comments, didn't you?
Well, Mike wants to know what the cure for flies is. We ain't found one yet.
Well, there is one. You can fog with diazinon, or I think it's permethrin, but you got to have a fogger.
R17 said howdy.
Well, hey, R17.
Howdy, y'all.
I can't see the comments. You got to touch the screen.
Stephanie says that telling Flyscape thank you. You listen to her audio Bible at night and wake up. It helps them calm down. All Things Acres have said, where are you? Us? East North Carolina. About an hour from the beach. Hour and 15 minutes, something like that.
But talking about the flies, we've had a lot of fly questions. Flies are worse in the spring and in the fall when it's cool.
Yeah.
Once it gets good and hot, they'll kind of go away. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're somewhere it never gets good and hot, you might have a problem.
And we don't have them at all in the wintertime.
Yeah, we don't have them at all in the winter. We don't have them in high summer. We're not going to amount to nothing. But now this time of year,
yeah.
And in the fall when it cools off, oh, they're horrible.
Keto said, nice seeing you. Chris and Darlene, gotta go rest my back. Blessings.
Well, I hope he gets the feeling better, Keto.
All things R17 wants to know how you been, and all things Acres says nice. See, they're talking to Warren.
Well, we probably had, I don't know,
Some people talking back and forth. We'll skip that.
We've had 25 fly questions in the comments.
Alright, Swampy Acres says there's a homemade fly spray made out of essential oils, works well here in PA. Well, you need to send me that because I'm no longer allowed to use the fly spray of any kind. It bothers him, and that I spray, and he doesn't like it, so I can't spray anymore. So
I can't breathe.
I gotta have something that he can deal with that I can spray because they're taking over. I can't stand it. I hate them. So send me that recipe on homemade fly spray. Guinea fowl. Well, we had guinea fowl, and
they can't keep up with how many we got.
Yeah, and not only that, they would roost on his truck. Yeah, they had to go.
See, one
I
problem
love my guinea fowl.
Y'all probably don't know about, I will tell you, is what I do for a living. I have to go to a lot of commercial farms. And commercial.
Crane rigging. Good night. Good evening.
Hey, Crane rigging.
I was.
But I have to go for work. I have to go to a lot of commercial chicken and turkey farms. And you pull up with guinea tracks on the hood of your truck, they'll not so politely ask you to leave. They're worried about biosecurity. And so we had to get rid of the guineas. It won't by choice.
No, because I love my guinea fowl. Okay, getting caught up here.
But we didn't have a
Crane and rigging said, just getting ready to start the garden. Homestead Preacher wants to know if you mind if he announces the Godfest YouTube revival. All Things Acres says Justin Rhodes. Not sure what that was commenting for. Swampy Acres wants to know if we have email, and Geeky put our email up. Homestead Pastor, gotta run, y'all. Enjoyed the live chat.
We're glad to have you. We're glad you're here, Pastor.
Thank you for coming. So I think we're mostly caught up. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. And some of the individual conversations I kind of skipped over because it looked like Preacher said that he's going to, he's calling the pastor tomorrow. Sorry. I thought he was saying he was going to call you.
Well, he called me.
He can.
I can't call him because I lost his John Brown number, but he called me. And I hate to have to sharpen my knife on the lives, but it's the only time I sit still on it to do it. And a dull knife ain't worth nothing. And this one right here was so dull you couldn't open a pack of nabs with it.
Oh, all things, I get it. Justin Rhodes is fly spray recipe. That's where Justin Rhodes comment came in.
That don't really endear it to me.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of it. But he is from North Carolina, so if it works, maybe it'll work on ours.
That's about like somebody was put a video up the other day talking about using Epsom salt to make homemade weed killer. Mix Epsom salt and water and spray weeds with it and it kill them. Epsom salt's fertilizer.
Warren said that knife sharpening is relaxing. Happy Quack just popped in.
Oh, hey, Happy
Hello,
Quack.
all. Can't stay long. Wanted to stop in and say hi. All things.
Call me later, Happy Quack. I ain't talked to you in 2 weeks.
Said sorry about the Justin Rose comment.
Oh, he ain't made it mad. I mean, I think Justin's alright. He just needs to have a disclaimer that he's for entertainment purposes.
Kaleidoscope said I get rid of flies in the house by placing an open bottle on the counter, put a little juice in it. At the end of the day,
works like a trick, don't it?
And place it in the freezer. Next morning, I open the bottle and start again.
Or you just shake the bottle around.
Alright, Preacher said, alright, Godfest is a multi-night revival on the channel Believe on the Cross, May 30th through June 5th, 6th or 7th, different preachers, and thanks, Chris. There's Mason Casey. Hey, Mason, how you doing? Johnny Vanoy, hello everybody.
Hey, Johnny.
Geeky
Hey,
says he
Mason.
puts Epsom salts on nearly all of his plants.
Yeah, we use it for fertilizer. We put 2
Hey,
spoonfuls.
Gordon. There's Gordon.
Hey,
And
Gordon.
Mason said he's doing good.
Dish soap's fertilizer too. Now you do mix dish soap in with some herbicides when you spray it to make them stick. I don't know what it really does, but it does make them hold up better if it rains. It's fertilizer too. Mix up some soapy water and pour it around your stuff. It'll turn it green too if you don't put too much. He probably saw somebody do a video using rock salt. Now, salt water kill anything.
Warren. Warren said that Believe on the Cross are fellow North Carolinians too.
Well, good deal.
Yeah. We always love to meet more people from North Carolina. One day we're going to have a North Carolina homestead and get together. Preferably somewhere in the middle so that we don't have to travel 4 hours.
Oh, I feel we have any yards when they're traveling.
Chris is all about having a piggy. Y'all come here. Y'all welcome to come here. Alright, Happy Quack says, hey folks, we'll try and log back in if you're still on. We gotta load the truck. And she'll call you tomorrow. Kaleidoscope says she buys prey and mantis eggs every other year. Good pest control and food for the birds.
Well, you would think with all the frogs and lizards we have.
And snakes, apparently.
We have a very healthy frog, tree frog.
Lots of tree frogs. I mean, you have no idea. Preacher said they're in Jonesboro. You know where Jonesboro is? I don't.
No, I actually don't.
Warren said he'd love to be there for that. Pig picking.
Well, you're welcome to come.
Yeah, we need to do that. Maybe one day. Swampy wants to meet more people in, is that Pennsylvania, PA, Pennsylvania?
Probably.
Preacher said if you do it, we'll come. Like, you know, the movie, if you build it, they will come. Maybe we can even get Gordon over here. He said he's into his first week in May. Cold weather, hail, showers. Wonder where summer is. Yeah, we had hail today, pretty bad.
We've had some 90+ degree days and some 70+ degree days. And today was 65.
All Things Acres is watching. The story is real. Geeky put Believe on the Cross's link up for anybody that wants it.
Story's real. What are you talking about
there? I think they're talking about Believe on the Cross, yeah. Kaleidoscope says she left an aquarium outside and it's full of tadpoles now.
We had a garden full of tadpoles the other year. We got frogs. And if there was a market for lizards.
Thousands.
We've got new we've got never seen before around here species of lizards now. But the bad thing about them,
we got rainbow colors. They're pretty.
We've got lizards that have flaps on their neck now. I ain't never seen none of that around here.
Y'all ever seen the lizard that's real popular in Australia that has the thing that hangs down and he blows it up, makes it big? Well, ours don't blow it up, but they have a thing that hangs down.
They blow it up.
They do blow it up? I haven't seen them blow it up.
It's a lime green lizard with a red flap. Somebody's a hepatologist. I know what they call people that steal reptiles. We don't have any amateur reptile people in here, do we? Because I don't know what it was. I started Googling.
Stephanie said it's been cold there too and made navy bean and kale stew. Never had navy bean and kale stew, but it sounds interesting. Prelude Recycle Paradise. I don't know if we said hey to you.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And they're trying to make that one from Mississippi. I tried to make that one from Mississippi, excuse me. Thrifty VG, Pennsylvania has a state fair every September, and all you have to do is go there and meet a lot of homesteady people.
Well, the state fair here is a big deal too.
All the things that Acre says eat them.
Eat what?
I might have missed something.
I know most of these lizards by name. I can't.
Oh.
And they ain't eat
Yeah.
I like frog legs, but ain't much on fruit frog.
We had a snake at school the other day. Pretty good sized one. Chris saw one in our yard. Yeah, we got Jurassic Park going on. Was it one or two here?
Here's one, great old big black snake.
Great old big black snake. We had a great old big black snake at school too. A great old big black snake.
He was chasing lizards. He was in them bushes out there chasing lizards.
Geeky said that's what they call chameleons down there.
No,
they change colors between green and brown.
It ain't a chameleon. We ain't got nothing to change colors. We just got some that are multicolored. One of them is a skink. They call it a skink. The regular old lizard. We got some that get that long. But it's an old one to be that big. We have some like a snake.
Jim, I want to go tomorrow. He's talking about yard sale season. Oh yeah, I love yard sale season. And he said that he thinks this is going to be a big year for it.
You can go ahead and go. That dumpster ain't half full.
Yeah, he always wants me to just throw stuff away. Gordon
I'll
says,
tell you about that in a minute.
4 cows calved, 2 boys, 2 girls. Last one due May 3rd. Be another week before it arrives. Sorry.
Oh, probably I'll do a knife sharpening tutorial at some point, huh?
Joel says, I believe that lizard is an animal we have here in South Carolina. They live outside of Columbia. And Preacher says, Jim, we love yard sales. Yes, we love yard sales. Me love yard sales.
Well, I'll be honest with y'all about something. She worries me to death going in things. And
I've told him a lot of good stuff.
Well, that's what I was about to say. She's come home with some, just outstanding deals on stuff I use every day. But the vast majority of what she buys, she better back off out there that brown box and chunk it in it. But the way I look at it, she never spends that much money. And if you went to the movies, it costs $30. So she goes yard selling, and if she enjoys it and spends $20 and burns $10 worth of gas, I really can't sell it. And then every once in a while, she'll come home with something I can fix and sell, or something I can use that's worth hundreds of dollars that she paid tens of cents for, and it just all kind of works out, you know.
A lot of times, I find stuff, especially if we're in the yard, that the people have had it, and the tires are dry rot.
They never used it.
They never use it. There's nothing wrong with
Those
it.
little trailers that go behind lawnmowers, spreaders, fertilizer spreaders.
And we'll go to Big Blue or Tractor Supply, buy those little bitty tires and put on them, Harbor Freight, and bam, you got whatever it is in pristine condition. He'll shine it up, make it look new.
Sometimes the fertilizer spreaders have bent axles or stretch cables or something.
Ladders. I've got ladders there's nothing wrong with. People retire and they just don't want them sitting around the shop. All kinds, like he said, all kinds of little trailers and pull behinds. Sprayer. I got, what kind of sprayers that they got you that?
One of those little ones got with the vent.
It goes behind the lawnmower. It's not a big sprayer. It goes behind the tractor or nothing. But it helps us out a whole lot because we put it behind the lawnmower and he sprays the fences with it. And it worked fine. Nothing wrong with it.
Tires are flat.
Tires are flat. Tools. One day, I said, okay, what do you want me to look for you today at the yard sale? And he said, some kind of wrench. Well, it was a certain size.
17 millimeter.
17 millimeter. I came home with 3 of them. It just so happened when we went to a yard sale, and the guy's like, well, what are you looking for? I said, my husband wants this kind of wrench. And he says, I got some of those. So I came home with 3 of them. It just depends on what's out that day.
Let me catch up on the comments here. You ain't paying them any money.
Not for the last few minutes. Mason, we see lots of deer.
Yeah, we got a herd of deer in the backyard, about 40 strong.
They live back there. Let's see here. America's thrift store. I don't think we have a America's thrift store. Not that I've
Steve,
seen.
that's about. I don't buy nothing new.
Swampy said
I don't. I'll be honest with you, Steve. I'm allergic to spending money.
Well,
I can't stand it.
Kaleidoscope said the same thing.
It actually causes me physical distress to spend money.
I don't spend that much.
Yeah, but it makes my heart skip beats, and I have panic attacks, and my pulse gets all high, and I just can't spend money. It bothers me.
He lets me do it.
Thank you, Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, who took that picture?
What?
Who took the picture?
I don't know. It was on the tablet. I assumed you did. Well, like I said, Swampy, it's hard to fuss about it.
See,
because
Tim buys old tools, and I one thing that was, he can say what he wants to, but he never liked handheld tools. Battery operated, cordless.
I still don't.
But I got him some drills, or drill and a driver, or whatever, at a yard sale, $10. And
what kind of motors you got on it, preacher? I'm probably happy with that. Call me and all.
He wouldn't go back to the corded kind now for nothing in the world.
No, that ain't true. I have. The only thing, she bought a cordless drill and a cordless impact driver at a yard sale for like $5 a piece. And I never had a cordless drill before. This was last year before last. And I never had one of those little impact drivers before. And we started putting everything together with screws because we had a drill and a driver now. And it's a necessity. But I found out that if you screw to 10 of these buildings, it stays down a whole lot better than nailing it. So I've got to have one of them. But as far as working, everything on my service truck is there. The drill, the grinder, everything that normal people would have that runs on electricity, in my case, runs on air. And the battery is never dead.
Are y'all planning on a trip coming back, Mason?
I don't even know what mine are, Kaleidoscope. She bought me a set for Christmas, but it's got one big battery and one little battery. And the little battery is useless. It's just flat useless.
But it all came together. It wasn't like I picked.
Well, I know, but it just...
It was a really, really nice set that I got like day after Thanksgiving deal on it, so I got it for half price.
I mean, I'm glad I got it. It comes in really handy around here, but as far as using it to make a living, I wouldn't.
No, I didn't get DeWalt. I got but it was I did my research, and it was what is the brand name of it?
It says most honorable impact driver on the side of it.
Anyway, I went through all of these top 5, maybe top 3 lists of, and it was top 3 of every list I went through.
Who made the list?
Ryobi was top 3. DeWalt was always top. And then it varied from, I don't know, ones I couldn't afford. So Ryobi was always in that top 3 or top 5. So I was thinking it was pretty good. Yeah, they said Ryobi's pretty good.
Well, the ones I had before were Porter Cable, and I really liked them. They were wore out when I got them.
They were Lowe's or Sears brand one.
They got them at Lowe's. You get the drill and the driver for $99.
I think they started off as a Sears brand though.
Well, this set's got the little cordless skill saw in it, and the little cordless sawzall, and they work really good working on these hog pens. You know, if you just got to do something quick, you
Yeah, Porter Cable. That was the ones that we had, the first ones, and I found a set. He wanted the drill and the driver, and I found it for like $100. But I found that set that had 6 pieces, 2 batteries, 2 chargers. It had the saw, the skill saw, the sawzall, the driver, the drill. I can't remember what the other 2 pieces was, but it was a 6-piece tool set with 2 batteries, 2 chargers for $200. It was half price. It was normally $400. So
Now the comments stay up.
yeah, and you can't do. That's what they said over.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something I did find out. I wasted a lot of money buying stuff at Harbor Freight. And I had I'm gonna tell you, I'll just be honest with you. She bought me 2 grinders from the grocery store, from Lidl's grocery store, or Lidl's, or whatever you call it.
Lidl's.
And
Which
they were
we
in
don't
the,
have a Lidl's anymore. They closed.
they were in the they were in the clearance bin, and we just froze up.
Sure did. Yep, sure too. Uh-oh. Comments are still coming through. Can you hear us?
Are we froze up on y'all's end too?
I still see comments.
You still hear us, but we're just not moving. Is that what's happening? But
we'll talk to you, and y'all just okay.
Huh?
Well, that's different.
Hey, Rhythm and Life.
Alrighty, well.
So everybody says we're frozen. I believe it. I don't know how to fix it without getting off here.
We'll just keep talking to you then, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I bought some of those Hercules grinders from. We use a lot of side grinders, and I bought some of those Hercules grinders from. I don't know how to do that, Cottage Scope. Them things won't worth 5 cents.
If we refresh, though, it's probably going to take us out and have to log back in.
Yeah, we'll have to redo another live stream. I think.
Usually this works fine. So.
Well, y'all got to remember, I'm not tech savvy.
No, we're getting a new Aldi. We got an Aldi still, and there's another Aldi in coming up the next town over. So there'll be 2 Aldis within.
Well, I'm gonna tell you those.
20 minutes of us.
I can't remember what the brand name is. They're green. Can't think of the name, but
actually, I think we did get those grinders from Aldi and not Lidl's.
No, they come from Lidl's.
They come from Lidl's? Okay.
I did too, Eli. I had Chicago grinders that I bought from Harbor Freight.
I bought him a huge Chicago grinder. Wasn't it a Chicago?
No. You talking about that big metal one?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in Chicago. Chicago's Harbor Freight.
Oh.
Single man, I had some old ones that I bought when I was 16 years old that lasted 15 years. Sharpened 100 set of bush hog blades. And they were good, but these new ones ain't worth 5 cents.
Comment about he's had Aldi tools, good Aldi tools that they're still going.
Well, those 2 grinders we got from the grocery store now have lasted for several years. You know, I can't remember what name on them is. We did a video cutting down weed hose.
Yeah, I think so. Geeky, that it's not us, because the comments would be frozen too if it was us.
Well, I think I just gimped up. No, I didn't.
Live chat is what you need.
I'm trying to refresh it. Hey, Lisa.
How you doing?
Well, I don't know how to refresh Cottage Scope. I've hit every button on this thing.
Black Sheep Ranch, how are you doing?
Hey, Black Sheep. Well, really, I was just sitting there, you know, just, I don't know, move your phone around a little bit. It looks just like we're still up. Ain't like we're doing tricks or juggling or anything.
He might be juggling. You never know.
Black Sheep, tell everybody about yourself so we can have a little fellowship going on and everybody get to know everybody.
Yep, that's what we're saying, Lisa. That sounds all we really need to keep it going.
Well, that's very true. If I just had some sewing machine oil, there's probably another bottle around here.
I thought you had 2 bottles.
We missed y'all pretty bad too, Rhythm of Life. Well, that's the way that I didn't think you couldn't wear you couldn't wear them 2 old ones I had out. And I tell you something else too that's worried me. When I was about the same age, I bought 2 jacks from Advance Auto in town. They were red. I don't remember whatever Advance Auto's brand name is. And those 2 jacks lasted 20 years. And in the last 10 years, I've bought 15.
We went to Sears one year and bought two or three.
They were 3 tons.
And
they didn't last 6 months.
Old North State Outdoors.
Hey, North State. We don't have a picture. All we got sound.
Yeah, we froze.
Planned obsolete. Well, you know, I was watching something the other day that they make stuff. If it lasts too long, they'll cheapen it down. Well, that's where we shop at now, is the Piggly Wiggly, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Warren Craftsman used to be pretty good stuff.
Good night, Dave.
Oh, good night, Dave. Probably do kaleidoscope. But all my stuff they use every day is Milwaukee or CP. Not Chicago pneumatic, but Central pneumatic, you know. Like I said, everything I use every day is air grinders, air drills, air whatever.
Well, we got plenty of pigs around here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
We got about 15 right this second.
We got 4 that's within like 15 minutes from us.
What?
He's talking about Piggly Wigglies.
Oh! I thought he was talking about pigs like Ornery pigs.
No, they were talking about Piggly Wigglies. And he said the pig. They call it the pig.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Rhythm of Life. We've been wondering why'd y'all quit making videos? We miss you. Y'all were doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that thing froze that stupid look on my face.
I'm scratching my ear.
Kaleidoscope, she's got a circular saw from 96. You know, North State, I don't have a 5 or 10 ton myself. Good night, Gordon.
Good night. It's good to hear from you.
Really don't have much use for one. We use a lot of bottle jacks. And I tell you what gets my 4 jacks is I don't really work on cars. What gets my 4 jacks is rolling tractors apart on when I got to break a tractor in half.
And leave them jacked up.
Well, I don't leave them jacked up anymore. I thought that was what was messing them up, but it don't help. You set it on stands, take the jack out from under it. I tell you something else, talking about Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's got a 30-ton bottle jack for $150. They're single use though. I always remember they're single use. I'll buy one, jack up a big tractor, and I just put it on the bill. Because I'm going to have to throw it away when I get through with it or carry it back, try to give them the warranty.
They don't warranty it.
And then they don't warranty it.
They say they will, but they don't.
Yes, unfortunately I am, Mike. To some extent. Depends on if it's raining, I won't be.
It's not supposed to rain more. But, you know, we never know here.
There you go, Black Sheep. We want everybody to know everybody. Oh, cut it.
East Palmdale, Little Rock area, Southern California. Raises Berkshire,
Good night, Joe.
Yorkshire, and guinea hogs. Have a small flock of chickens. Muscovies, turkeys, and some rabbits too.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Rhythm. We've had some problems here that I think may have come from having a YouTube channel. To be honest with you. Well, there's some good stuff at Harbor Freight, Lisa. There really is. I've got Harbor Freight tools I've had my whole career.
Yeah, Lisa, it could be. That's the only place Chris would actually go around and walk around in. I have seen one. I've never used one.
That's about the truth, North State. I ain't never had nothing that was under warranty. I've had all the stuff they told me was under warranty. But when it came time to warranty, it never panned out. I don't care if it was a car or a drill, anything. Oh yeah, Kaleidoscope, we got a brand new unit. Just got it put in
good night, Joel, if they have already left. I missed that one. He said good night.
Good deal, Black Sheep. Talking about the warranty on that Mahindra Preacher, I warned you about that now. Let's be fair. I warned you. The boat ain't no better. Can take a window AC, what, to get it worked on, Lisa? Well, I know, Preacher. I know. If you were closer, I could have helped you out with that. I don't, Lisa. I got a buddy that works on it for me, but I don't know if I can do it for anybody else.
What do you mean drags?
She was a year old and dead.
I said that the new AC's got it so cold in here it froze the picture.
Who said that? I missed that.
Old
North State.
Yeah. And now we're proud of that new AC, I gotta tell you.
Well, it was I'm gonna be honest with you. We had some help. A friend of mine helped me get it wholesale, so we got it wholesale. And then I've got the best HVAC guy in the world, and he came out and put it in for us, so we got out for about half price of what it should have cost. But I had to put a lot of work in it too myself and run stuff down, and kind of took 2 days to do it. And an electrician friend of mine was involved, and
it still won't cheap, but it's.
And it won't cheap. Don't get me wrong, but it was half of the $6,000 estimate. You know. I understand, Eli, because our new tractor's a '59 model. How old is that? That's over 50 years old, right? I got one out there that's old enough to draw Social Security. I know we were talking about that the other day.
62. You're 62 years old.
North State, just remember that some things are not going to be covered. Clutches aren't going to be covered. It don't matter who built the tractor. The warranty's pretty short in a way. It's only probably 2 years.
Good night, Jim.
The warranty's, who?
Everybody's telling Jim good night.
Oh, good night, Jim. I didn't see Ruby's. I can't see the thing. No. I don't know what they are now, really. I really don't. I know it's gone up like everything else. Well, you know, we were watching something the other day about light bulbs, Warren. They said that they have light bulbs that they made light bulbs that last 4,000 hours back in the 40s, 50s. And they had a meeting between all the people that make light bulbs that this ain't gonna work. And if they made a light bulb that lasts over 1,000 hours, they had to pay a fine. And I've seen that with a lot of things. I've seen it with farm equipment, lawn mowers, engines, tools. If anything lasts too long, they'll cheapen it
Well,
down.
look at phones. You can't even replace the batteries in new phones. The new phones that you get now,
That's why I like the
they're
older
not even
stuff.
made where you can take and put a new battery in them.
Well, that's why I like the older stuff that was made to be fixed. If something's made to be repaired, you can always keep it going. As long as you'll fix it, you can have it. And this newer stuff is made to throw away. That sounds like a land price here, preacher.
It depends on where you're buying and what.
Yeah, it depends on where it's at.
What do they call it when they say what you can and can't do with it? Zone. What it zones.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have zoning problems out here. Well, Warren, it's true with everything. Because it is a bad business plan to make something you don't ever sell somebody one of. At Black Sheep, we've got appliances that are 50 years old that are still running that I've kept fixed. But I'm really lucky. I've got one of my best friends is a refrigerant guy. So like your freezer and your refrigerator. He ain't real good on a house unit, but now if you ice machine, refrigerator, freezer, winter unit air conditioner. Wow, preacher. And I'll tell you something else too. It depends on how much you use them. Like my ex-wife, we didn't have to worry about wearing out a washing machine or a stove. It won't never gonna get hurt. And I don't know how long my old stove would have lasted. I had one that was kind of oddball, and I scrapped it up and fixed it. Scrapped up old ones and took parts out of them and fixed it a couple of times so Darlene set it on fire.
Right.
Well, I'm a Ferguson guy, North State. Just remember that tractor, if it's a compact, it ain't or subcompact, it ain't a Ferguson, no way. It's something else. But they're good tractors. It's the same tractor as a crap. Can't think of it now. I worked on one of them the other day.
Amish clothesline. What's the difference in a regular clothesline and Amish
I
clothesline?
think Amish clotheslines went round ones.
Oh, I've seen those.
I used to make clothesline posts out of pipe. You sell right many of them. New Hollands are LS's, some of them, preacher, the small ones. You got to watch that with tractors. A good tractor brand will buy subcompacts and stuff from a very cheap line, like Bobcats or Coyotes. The little Massey Fergusons, no, preacher, LS is not good. I can't think of what the name of that tractor is. It's the same one. It might have been, it wasn't a Farm Pro. It was another one of those little kind of, we call them flea market tractors. Because you always have the dealer side of the roadside to flea market. But the one that's the Ferguson is the best, probably the best one out of them. It's not Yanmars are
Pulleys.
good.
She said that it's got pulleys.
Uh-huh. Yanmar's a good tractor, preacher. The little Fergusons are a good tractor. They're just not a Ferguson. The little John Deere's are Yanmars. And Mahindra made a lot of tractors for International, made some tractors for Ferguson. That's why some of those old Mahindras look like Internationals or Fergusons, because they had the dies to stamp the sheet metal out. But the parts wouldn't interchange. They would tell you when you bought one, you go to Ferguson dealer and get the parts for it, and they will not interchange. Not nothing on it. I've been not from a tie rod end to a lug nut. There's nothing on it the same. It looks the same, but it'll be a different thread or different size or something where it won't work. Yeah, I'm a kind of a Yanmar guy too, Eli. But when
Eli,
you get
how's your puppy?
when you get into some subcompact, just call me. I'll explain it to you better. Subcompact stuff is very seldom if ever made by whoever's got their name on it. It's kind of like buying a Chevrolet, but you're really getting a Geo. Might be a better way to put it.
Livestock said that she's got pulleys tied high in the trees to her elevated deck so her dogs won't play tug of war with her clothes.
That ain't a bad idea.
Yeah. He's breaking out the ice cream.
You better put your shirt back on in case you starts back working.
You ain't supposed to tell him that. Now they all quit commenting because you said that.
Good night, Lisa. I don't think we're gonna be far behind you.
Thank you for coming,
I
Lisa.
don't. We don't quit working till dark, which nowadays is 8:10, 8:05. I think we're gonna let everybody say goodbye to everybody. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Oh, look at there. Wheat Swamp Buddy.
Hey, Wheat Swamp. Did you find any collard plants yet?
Oh, is that who you called and asked about collard plants? We're still working on figuring out how big the spot we need.
I'm ready to run around and count them.
Not yet. He said not yet. Warren said have a blessed night all. Everybody saying good night. Free American said good night. Stephanie said good night. Have a great week. And Cynic Man said, I had a John Deere 930 mower with diesel Yanmar for 15 years and it's bulletproof. Sips fuel too.
Oh, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Yanmar. I go so far as to say I tend to want to rather have one of them than a Kubota. And I'd also go so far as to say that Yanmar is the main reason John Deere's small stuff has a good reputation. There's a whole lot of them are Yanmars.
Good night, Alex. What's What's wrong, boy? What's the matter?
Is everybody through talking to themselves? Because that'd be a good, that'd be even number starting on 10:45.
There's still a few. Black Sheep had a John Deere with a Yanmar engine, one of the best he ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaleidoscope says, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Oh, happy Mother's Day. Mother's Day is Sunday, right? So everybody, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Good night, Geeky. What time do you guys usually start streaming, Chris? Black Sheep.
9:30.
9:30.
It's supposed to be 9:30 to 11. We're gonna get off a little bit early tonight because we're tired. And
Old North State says, I'm impressed with the power of the little tractor. My brother has a Yanmar tractor years ago and it did good.
I don't know why we're switched
Uh-huh.
from the phone to the tablet.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. It's 9:30 to 11 is what we usually do. Now, sometimes in the winter, especially in the old days, I stay up here till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Old North State said, I guess I better head off to bed. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
I guess that's about it.
Now, remember, we appreciate you watching. Thank you. And thank you for the super chats. And we enjoy it. And we hope we'll see you next Friday.
Glasgow said took a nap today, so I'm wired for a change.
Well, I'm gonna slam out. But I do thank you. Now, like I said, we didn't put up a video this week because the phone was missing.
No.
We'll try to get one up.
Black Sheep says 3 hours ahead of me, so it'll be 6:30 for them. And Kaleidoscope said good night.
Well, it's 10:50 here. Anyway, good night, everybody. And I thank you again.